So we're not even going to go to break because I'm over time. And I've got my good friend, Michelle Jewsbury, sitting in the wings. And I know she's got so much great information. So I'm going to say this. Hey, Michelle, you ready to go?
Yay. Hey, Theresa. Super excited about being here.
Super excited about having you and having you be a part of, everything that we do. I call you the kid that drives you crazy. But you truly are part of our family. You truly are part of my family. What's going on with you? Let's talk about your organization, your trip. Didn't you just come back from like Africa or something? Okay, stop. Let's start from the top. What's going on with your organization? What's the next event? Let's talk about that first.
Perfect. Okay, so if your audience doesn't know who I am, I'm Michelle Jewsbury. I'm CEO and founder of a nonprofit called Unsilenced Voices, and I'm a global breakthrough specialist. I speak all over the world about how you really can turn your story into a lasting legacy and why using philanthropy is essential for your business, for your mission, for your purpose. And I'm a survivor of domestic violence, hence why I started Unsilenced Voices. We began in 2017, started in Ghana, expanded to Sierra Leone, then Rwanda and the United States. And the primary focus of our programming and of our services are in the US and also in Sierra Leone. So I did just get back from Africa. Tigo just said that right. I was in West Africa and Sierra Leone, and we had actually partnered with a TV show called The Fixers, and The Fixers built an infrastructure build for us in one of the villages that we support. So then it's going to bring even more financial literacy, bring services to this village, help the women, girls, and of course the men in the area to bring in more funding. We're doing a lot of savings box programs there, and education about domestic violence and sexual abuse. So it's been really awesome. I've been back for only about 3 weeks and already done a couple events, and Unsilenced Voices is now going to be speaking at Secret Knock in a couple weeks, and then I'm speaking at the Biomed Expo, and then we've got a fundraiser in May happening in Tampa. So lots of stuff.
What's the fundraiser in May? I don't know this.
Okay, so May 20th, we have a fundraiser. It's very inexpensive. It's only $39 to go, and it's called Wine and Dine for a Cause. May 20th is a Saturday, so come and get your whining on, right, on a Saturday afternoon. And we just started and launched a program called Sponsor a Survivor. So if you visit sponsораsurvivor.org, you can actually sponsor one of our girls in Sierra Leone. And that pays for her vocational training, the materials, a monthly stipend, medical and counseling for her. $100 a month. We need 30 of our girls sponsored. We have well over 50 on the wait list. And we are also providing a curriculum that will be used in the United States, launching the end of this month. And you can sponsor a survivor in the US as well.
Now, before we move forward, how do they find out, where is this fundraiser in May? Is it virtual? Is it in person?
It is in person in Tampa, Florida. So it's at Cooper's Hawk. If you visit unsilencedvoices.org, again, unsilencedvoices.org, it's literally the first thing you see on the page, so you can't miss it. And like I said, tickets are only $39. Come and support. There's going to be a ton of raffle prizes and gifts. I believe we're doing a 50-50 raffle, and we're hoping to raise couple $1,000s, if not more.
And how did you get in this in the first place? I mean, what you're doing is amazing. Anytime we can help, we're always there. You call, say, bring the camera over, here we come. with our
Thanks,
little cameras,
Tigo. Yeah, right.
whenever we can. What made you say, you know what, we need unsilenced voices? You know, it's not just what you see on the news or drops that you see on social media. It's very close to your heart. Why is that?
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's International Women's Day, ladies and gentlemen.
Hmm.
And Tigo, first, I want to say thank you. I know Alan's behind the scenes right now, and hello, and thank you guys for putting this on. And it's so important to do so. Um, Statistically speaking, domestic violence happens to 1 in 3 women worldwide. 1 in 4 in the US, 1 in 7 men in the US experience this type of violence. This is not including human trafficking statistics, which is a $300 billion a year industry, or sexual abuse stats, which is 1 in 4 worldwide women experience sexual abuse. And I was a statistic. I was involved in a very abusive domestic violence relationship for 4 years. And when I had escaped that relationship, I really felt a calling from God to do more with my story. And I ended up writing a play, writing a book called But I Love Him. And of course, in 2017, starting Unsilenced Voices, where we get to help through advocacy, education, and programs all around the world.
You know, you say that, and it flows so gently, and we hear it, but it's a really serious message.
Mhm.
You know, I'm in Las Vegas, and sex trafficking here is absolutely insane, especially now that we have professional sports here. There's signs in the bathroom that says, if you need help, you know, don't be afraid to reach out, you know, call this number, visit this website, something like that. The numbers are just growing and growing. How would somebody who maybe they're watching right now on their phone and they're in a situation, what would you suggest they do to get into a safer space?
Yes, there's many organizations, especially in Las Vegas, from the Shade Tree to the Cupcake Girls. We actually did an event in Las Vegas last year. It's a collaboration event called the Blanket of Hope, where you can call and you can get the services. Oh, excuse me, get the services that you need. That you can really utilize what these other organizations have to offer. Unsilenced Voices is starting a curriculum the end of March. So it's a curriculum all about helping to survive and thrive, but also really helping to have financial literacy, overcome challenges through a Christian perspective. So that's an 8-week course that you can apply for. And that course will be able to provide you with the education that you need to integrate back into society, to write a resume, to get back into the workforce, and to really overcome some of the trauma that you've experienced, because it doesn't leave you, but we learn to cope with it in healthy ways.
So what if someone is watching right now, young lady, young man, they're watching right now and they're going, okay, I've gotten out of that situation. I'm in a safe space now, but I feel like I've lost everything. Like I'm starting all over again. You know, hey, Michelle, what do I do to get started now that I'm out of that stressful situation? I feel like now I'm in another kind of stress. How do I survive?
Yeah, definitely. Tigo, thank you for asking that question. I was just on a podcast yesterday and they asked about that. And when I was in my abusive relationship, my abuser controlled me financially. So financial abuse was a huge component of that relationship. And when I escaped the relationship, my number one concern was finances. He had demolished my credit. I'm actually still finally coming out of that hole. It takes 7 years for a lot to drop off of your credit report. But what I did was I just started. And that's what you can do. If you are escaping, if you are out of that and you just are at a loss for what do I do next, you just start. You get employment. You start to rebuild your credit and your credit history. You're able to get an apartment. You contact coaches and mentors, but other organizations out there that really can help you get back on your feet. And then there's credit organizations that I didn't know about that can help you to rebuild that financial aspect of your life so that you can move forward. Because unfortunately, as you know, Tigo, you want your credit and you want to be able to pay for the things that are necessary for you and your family. I know a lot of survivors have children. So really, it's just putting one foot in front of the other and starting. Don't just sit stagnant. One of my favorite sayings is, God can't steer a parked car. So make
Ooh.
sure you're in motion, because once you're in motion, then God can steer you in the right direction.
Now, you know me, I always like to hit you with a curveball because you're so good and you have so much information. And I was just sitting here saying, okay, they made it out. They started over. They got their credit together. Now they want to be the next Michelle Jewsbury. They want to get on stages. They want to have programs. How do they get started like you did, sharing their message, sharing their journey on podcasts, on stages? What would you suggest they do?
Yeah, I definitely suggest getting a coach or mentor, whether that's Theresa, whether that's myself, or another coach or mentor that you know. But if you want to go far, you really go with a team. And in order to make sure that you check off all the boxes and you dot all the I's and cross all the T's, make sure to have that team close to you. Make sure to have advisors and people around you that can uplift you, because there's always adversity. You will always go through challenge. Life is about ups and downs. It's not perfect. So you want somebody there that can help you during those low times. Now, there's a lot of tools out there, but make sure, my friend Angel Tussey has a group on Facebook called Need a Guest. Join that group, get on podcasts, start getting the exposure that you need, get on stages. I help people to launch, grow, and build nonprofits. I help them with their public speaking, their book launches. I really help them to get the exposure that they need in order to be a public speaker, a public figure. So if you are interested in that, you can always contact me as well, and I can help guide you. But if you go to michellejewsbury.com, again, michellejewsbury.com, you can find more information there as well.
You're amazing. I am so excited that we're honoring you as our philanthropist, our very first philanthropist of the Now Honors Network of Outstanding Women. I couldn't think of a better person to be our very first philanthropist. It's going to be so much fun. And we get to all hang out in Vegas again. Before I let you out of the hot seat, I got to ask you, my friend, what does International Women's Day mean to you personally?
Yeah, thank you, Tigo. And I'm so excited for the October event. The Now Honors is going to be amazing. I'm really, really stoked about being there and being honored, especially by you and your organization. You are very close to my heart. You guys are always there, uplifting and being huge supporters of our mission and what we're doing. International Women's Day is a day of triumph, right? It's a day where we as women can join together and really say no more against some of the injustices that we face. And we can celebrate some of the victories that we've been able to accomplish. Those victories are voting rights, our civil rights movement, being able to go to school. I mean, what the Iranian people and women are facing is just absurd, what's happening internationally. So we really can join forces together and make a difference. And that's what I truly believe International Women's Day is it's a collaboration, a conglomerate of women coming together to make a difference. We can use our stories for good and use our stories to create sustainable change.
You're the best. I love you. I will see you in a couple of weeks at Secret Knock.
Yay.
I'll be the crazy one in the back screaming your name.
Yay! I know, I love you. I'll be there screaming your name too, Tigo.
You are the best. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out with us on International Women's Day.
Thank you.